Welcome back to Switch to Linux. So we are going to spend some time today looking at some of the details of the Calibre book management software. So I've been learning how to use this recently because I love books. As I progress towards becoming a minimalist, we have more and more books available on online or e-formats. Now, of course, I don't want to have to download books with DRM, and so I'm looking at doing any of the work that I can do without any DRM books. So what I'm going to show you how to do, though, is how to find new books, how to tell if they're DRM free or not, how to put them across on your main library, and how to spread them across your devices. I'm going to be using an iPhone to put your devices there, and I'm going to be using an Android tablet to put your books on there. And I am going to be using free and open source e-readers, not Kindle. However, utilizing your Kindle would work the same way. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to start up Calibre and walk you through that software, and then we'll go through how to do and manage your devices. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go into Office here and open up Calibre. You'll see that I have two different ebook readers on here. I'm not sure exactly which one. I think the FB reader is the one that loads up when I click on a book in Calibre. We'll see, and I think you can set that as well. Let me go ahead and also resize this so my picture's not over there. Of course, we're recording this in Ubuntu Mate. But I like my whisker menu at the bottom, so I added that to the panel just by coming down here to the panel, right-click, hit Add to Properties, and you can add a whisker menu to that. All right, so here we have opened up our Calibre. You can see that the books that I have available here. I have, this is my book here, Testing and Temptations, and it is a Christian book, but I do happen to have two ebook DRM-free copies of the ebook available for giveaway. PM me if you are interested in one of those, and as long as you PM me before I run out, you'll get them. Otherwise, you can purchase a DRM one. Actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to look this up and see if anyone has this DRM-free. We'll go ahead and check. We'll see. I don't know. But I have other books, like I have a DRM-free copy of The Legacy Journey from Dave Ramsey because I pre-ordered the book. He gave you a DRM-free copy of that when I did that. And then other books that I have here are books I've just downloaded from various sources. Most of these are books that I have actually had on my Kindle. And I transferred all of them over just to get everything over here. Some of them, like Book of Saint Valentine, which wasn't what I was anticipating. I was looking for some research books on Valentine's, so I found that it's more of a collection of poems. But this is this here. If I double click on any particular book, it will load up an e-reader. So I think that this is the which one is this e-reader? I think that this is the FB reader, I think, which is a fine enough reader. This is the one that I use for your Android, and if the as soon as the iOS version of this software is out, I'll be putting it on there. Otherwise, I'm using eBooks for my book reader on my iPhone. So here you can switch to the different modes here. You can read through. Here's highlighting is capable there. I'm not going to go into how to use all the details of this since this is not something that I've used a lot. But what I do want to show you in detail here is how you can manage your ebook collection. So first, if you find a copy of a book online somewhere, and that's actually when I found Walden, I just did a basic internet search for that. And so I came up here, did an internet search. I will go ahead and do it through Google, may as well. And I just searched for Walden DRM free ebook. And then I think, I don't know, somewhere around here. So this is a place I could grab it. So, you can grab, here's a AZW, EPUB is like the open source, hit download, and now you can download it to your you can download it to your computer. I think that's downloading to my computer. I'm not sure. Who knows? I'm probably downloading a virus at this point, right? Ha ha ha. Never know. Let's go ahead and double check my downloads folder. See if I'm actually downloaded anything or not. No. Let's do home. Let's do downloads. It looks like it did not actually download anything, so I don't know. Lots and lots of ads all over the place. Maybe this is not a good place to get it. Who knows? Actually, another one, though, that I was looking for. Let me do Fox's Book of the Martyrs. This is one that I have a paper copy of, but if I can find a free ebook, then I will go ahead and get that. So Gutenberg is a fabulous place to get ebooks. And so EPUB with images. Let's go ahead and download the EPUB with images. See, there you go. So that worked. We're going to save the file. That should save to the downloads folder. There it is. Okay, so now we have this in my downloads folder. What I do to import this into Calibre is I just come up here, hit my Add Books button up here. And then I want to go to wherever I have my download at. No, not Documents. Downloads. So go ahead and click on this. It's going to import this in. Usually it takes a lot less time than that. There it goes. So here it is, Fox's Book of the Martyrs, and double clicking on that, let's just verify that, so there's an ebook of it. Just going to flip through it real quick, make sure that it's the copy and the version I'm looking for. Okay, so here's your First Persecution, and this is actually cool. Oh, it looks like they actually have links in, so First Persecution. Sweet. So that's probably what I need. So what that will end up doing is that will make a copy of it inside your Calibre library, and then it will create a new location for it. So John Fox, and then here you'll see it will actually take it from wherever it was and make an additional copy over here. Now, suppose that you don't want the EPUB version. Maybe you want to do a PDF or some other thing. We have the Convert Book option. So you can click on the Convert Book, and then over here you can select the type of output format that you'd like. Okay, so you can go ahead and do any of those. You can adjust some of the look and feel items in here. You can experiment with all of these if you want. But you can go in here and create all of those. We can edit the metadata of any particular book. So here, let's just have a quick look at this. So the title is quite long. So it says Fox's Book of Martyrs or a history or whatever. I know this is Fox's Book of Martyrs. So we're just going to go ahead and do that, and then that will edit it down to Fox's Book of Martyrs. So I might want to go ahead and do that with some of these other books that I haven't done that. But we can add the book, we can edit the metadata, we can convert the books. Of course, double-clicking on a book will open it. I believe you can right-click. Let's see. I thought there was somewhere, it might be under your preferences, to select where your book is going to open. So if you... Let's see, where was that at? This is the part I did it once, and I don't remember what I did once I did it. But there was a location where you could select how you open it. Let's see, send a device, save, connect, convert, view. I can't remember where that is, but there was a place where you could select what reader, because I have two readers on this computer. So if I double click, it opens that up. I thought it was somewhere in the preferences, but let's see. Maybe it's under behavior. Okay, so here it'll show you the type of viewer that you need. That's still not what I was looking for. This is one of those things that I just couldn't remember. To to look for it before I started. Now it's going to drive me crazy. Oh well. Somewhere in here, somewhere you can select which application you're using to open your books. For me, I kind of set it the way I wanted to, and that's there. Now, of course, we went on the internet to search for that particular book. The other place, so you could have very easily done that, is under here under Get Books. This here will identify a lot of the different locations where you can get your books. You can select or deselect these. So if you want to specifically exclude Kindle, you can just check this box off. I keep it on just so I can, mostly for a positive control. I've turned off all the Kindle versions in the other countries. I'm still probably in the process of deselecting a few of these as I encounter them. I don't see, let's see, is Gutenberg on here? Oh yeah, Project Gutenberg is on here. Okay. I don't need the Australia version. Okay, so what we want to do here is let's go ahead and have a look for a book. And I'm trying to think of what other books might I have or might I have read that I would like to have an e-copy of that is probably freely available. Well, first, actually, we're going to look up my book. Just because I want to see if I can spot if there's a DRM-free version. Let me go ahead and add the author in there as well. Sometimes this can take a little bit. So there it is. So it actually looks like Amazon, it looks like when you buy the book on Amazon, it is DRM free. I did not encounter that when I tried to pull it off of my Kindle. But apparently if you purchase my book from Amazon, it is DRM free. And I will say here on this video that if you do purchase it from Amazon and you provide a proof of purchase for me, I will give you a DRM free copy of the book, because I don't like DRM. And this is my book, and actually I have I think I have master copyright control over the book. So here you can buy it from this publisher here, which is DRM locked. This Kindle says it's DRM free. Kobo is not telling me. So this question mark here says we don't know. The last time I picked one of these up from a place like this, then it was a DRM free book. So the question mark, it might be DRM free, it might not. Okay, you can also sort by the DRM status. So here I can sort all the ones that are potentially free. Of course, there's a lot in there that aren't mine. This one's mine. So Kindle says it's DRM free. Okay. So I guess if you buy it on Kindle for $4, you will get a DRM free copy. Like I said, if you do buy it on Kindle and and it's not DRM free and you provide me proof of purchase, I will email you a free copy of it. I do, of course, have 2 free copies here. You can, first 2 people that PM me on YouTube here will get a free copy. Let's see. The other thing, let's see. You know what? What's the book from Augustine? I'm just going to look up the author of Augustine. City of God, Confessions. Okay, so Confessions, this is there. So free EPUBs. Let's see. Confessions of St. Augustine. That's what I'm looking for, is Confessions. So here is Confessions of St. Augustine. So some of these you have to actually go in and log in. Some of these you can just download. This one here actually says Freed Books EPUB. It has a picture there. And let's see, and there's another one there. Let's just go ahead and I'm just going to click on one of these. Choose the format. Click OK. And it looks like this is one of those places where it will just download directly to there. So actually just wanted to get a couple of books so I can show you how to transfer it in. So Confessions of St. Augustine. looks like it is in there. I'm going to close this out. Let's just open this up. Sorry if you don't like my reading habits or not, but I am a Christian who reads a lot. So, all right, so there's that. Let's see. I was looking for, is it Olympius? No. I was looking for the name of the person that he talks about. I just can't remember how to spell his name. It's Alypius. Just want to verify how the thing works here. Let me go back to the table of contents here. Oh, there's Carthage. Let's just go ahead and search for the word Carthage. I just want to verify how the searching works. There we go. There's Carthage. So that's the good thing about the ebooks. Once I don't like reading necessarily books on e-readers quite as much, but once I've read a book and I want to keep it, books like this, I used to have the whole collection of Augustine, and it was like this huge volume of big books. But if I can have the whole collection here, because it's not a book I'd sit down and read, it's a book I'd reference from time to time. Like if I'd say, okay, the story of Alypius occurs in, whenever, and in the Confessions of St. Augustine, they'd tell me which book. I could very easily search through it here or just do a search function and give me the information I need. So anyway, there's how you can grab things. I've never used the news function, but in theory, you can grab news headlines and things, I guess. I've never used these, so I'm not going to talk about that. Of course, we can remove a book here. Now, your library here will show you where your library is at. And so here, if I wanted to make a copy of the library, or if I wanted to move the current library to a new location, I could do that. So I could switch or create a library. Save to disk will allow me to take a copy. So if I want to give a copy of this to somebody and they happen to be here in my presence and has a USB stick, I can go ahead and click this guy here. And let's just say save it to the desktop and hit open, and it will save a copy of the book to the desktop. So right here, and you can see that here is the EPUB, here is the JPEG, and not sure what the OPF file is, but so there's your publication. All right. So that allows you to do that. The edit book, I'm guessing, I've never used this function either, but I'm guessing you can actually open up a book and make some change to it. Never actually used this function. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that one. Of course, and here's your preferences. So you can add, look through all these preferences. You can adjust the look and the feel. I haven't done on pretty much any of these things. You can ignore certain devices, etc. There's a lot of plugins that you could get for various expanding functions. There's a lot of different things that you can do in here. I pretty much use this just as a means to collect, organize, sort, and distribute the books throughout my library. So next what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can transfer books over, and we'll do the Android first. You just need a cable to plug your Android in. Okay, so what we're going to do is, all I need to do is just make sure the tablet is, or the phone is unlocked. And I'm going to plug this guy in. Oh, and the, like happens on many Androids, what's going on here is my, charging port does not seem to work well anymore all of a sudden. Don't know why, but... Oh, stop. Go away. I'm well aware you're unable to mount. Go away. Alright, I think that thing is just kind of an error in my way. Okay, So once I plug it in, you'll notice that the top menu will refresh and we have the device over here. So this will show me everything that is on the device, or I can go back to the library and I can see everything that is on the device or not on the device. All right, and then inside the device, what I can do is I can show the main books or configure. So the configure, I can pick which types of files, and I can pick which folders are being scanned. Now, this still has a Kindle on it because I'm still reading a book that is a DRM copy of a book for research that I have. So I don't want to clear it off entirely. But what I did is I changed the folder. So these are all the folders. So if I turn on Amazon, you'll see more books show up here. All I'm using is the eBooks. And if I can remember where the other folder is, I would go ahead and select the other folder, which I just don't remember exactly where the eBooks copy into this. But the eBooks folder is a directory I created on my tablet specifically to drop eBooks. And so I always drop eBooks directly onto here, and then I copy those over. So if you come into the internal storage here, it looks like it does not want to show me that right now, probably because I'm in over here. But what I did is I just went on there and I created the eBooks directory. You can literally do it through the downloads directory or anywhere else. So this right here is the only place it's scanning. And then it's scanning only for these particular types of files. Okay, you can select to ignore devices, which I don't want to do that. And then now what I want to do is if I want to send this to this particular device is I can come over here. I can right click and I can send to device. So send it to the main memory. So you'll see that it is now in there. So we're going to do the same over here. Send to main memory. So now the individual items will have been sent to the Android. So what we're going to do is I'm going to unmount my Android. And now what I have to do is I have to go in and load up the app. And what we will notice when I load up the app, I'm just going to go to the library. So I'm using FB Reader here. I'm just verifying, let's see. Because what it should not do is it should not actually, let's see, let me verify. Okay, so it's not. So you can see here that in the titles, if I don't push any of them accidentally, the two books that we sent are not in here yet. So to get them into the library, I'm going to go back to the main, and I'm going to, on my FB Reader, I'm going to go down to my file tree, and I'm going to push memory card, and then I push my folder, which is eBooks. And then now we will spot that in here, I do have the Confessions and the Fox's Book of Martyrs right there. So all I'm going to do to load these into my library is just click the Confessions, back, click Fox's Book of Martyrs, back, and that's all we have to do to get them into the library. No, not by title. And apparently what happened is I have so many books on here now that it has shifted how my titling is being displayed. So now it's giving me my titles this way because I think it just added enough books to add extra lines. And so what I'd have to do here is if I click on F, I can see here that I have these two books. This is my only real criticism of this particular app is I cannot get rid of that stupid FB Reader and Introduction book. I so want to delete that stupid thing, but I can't get rid of it. So there's that, and what was the other one? The other one we did was Confessions. So if I click on this, I can see that I now have Confessions of St. Augustine in here. And so that's how to transfer the books to the FB Reader on an Android. Now, iPhone is a little bit more complicated because Apple is perpetually battling Linux to prevent you from being able to access your file directory on your iPhone. And so that in and of itself kind of becomes this absolutely annoying piece of junk with the iPhone, where it's like this perpetual fight with the thing to say, we get all the drivers working so you can get in here and drag and drop files. So if you can plug your iPhone into your computer and consistently get your apps to show up, you can drag and drop your books directly into the file structure of the iPhone. The only computer I have that will consistently do that is Linux is the Linux Mint, my Linux Mint 18.1, my big rig computer. It's the only one that will do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to test the waters. So all that I get is, no, don't do that. All that I get is my basic iPhone, which will enable me to manipulate my pictures. Nothing else. And that's kind of the challenge we have with the iPhone is sometimes you can get in. What should happen on the iPhone is you should get one folder with your pictures and you should get one folder with your apps. And then if you can get that, you can drag and drop the books right into the app. But there's a better way to do it that will work for the iPhone and it will work for the Android. It'll probably work for anything else. That is if you come up here to this Connect Share. Now first, we have this wireless connection with a device. This is if you would like to purchase a Connect app. It costs $4, and you can use that. I do not have that because, hey, I like servers, so I come down here and hit Start Content Server. And then what that does is it will actually create a little web server at 192.168.1.109 port 8080. So all I'm going to do is go to my iPhone, and you have to do this on Safari. I don't know if Chrome works because I don't have Chrome on this. But Firefox for some reason does not work. But if I navigate to this particular directory, which is right here, 192.168.1.109:8080. So I'm going to enter that directly into my browser window. And this is on Safari. Push go. I'm actually going to get, it's not mobile responsive, but this isn't too bad for dealing with just managing books. What I get is a folder. There it goes. I'll get a folder which has all of the different options of the books. So I'll see Confessions of St. Augustine. I have an EPUB format. Fox's Book of Martyrs, I have an EPUB format. You'll see some of them I have 3 different formats of the book. So then all I'm going to do is on Safari, I'm just going to click the little button there that says EPUB. That's right next to the title there. Now, what it wants to do is it wants to default to open that in iBooks, which I don't want to use iBooks. So what I'm going to do is just hit the Open In button over here. And inside the Open In, I have the option for the eBooks, which is the particular app that I'm using. So click on the eBooks, and now it will copy my book, Confessions of St. Augustine, onto my iPhone, and now it is fully on my iPhone, so I can come in here and read it on here. And this app here is just a very nice app. I actually really like it. I gotta find, where's that? So just like on the Kindle, you can pull up the settings, you can change the fonts, the colors, the sizes, all that kind of stuff. So all that is available. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to go back, and I'm going to do the same for my Fox's Book of Martyrs. Again, just push the EPUB button there. I'm going to push the Open In up top, I'm going to push the app I want to open it in, which is the eBooks, and it will automatically copy that over. So you'll see that now I have the Fox's Book of Martyrs right there. So that is how you can go ahead and find it books, manage your books, spread them across your devices. And then, of course, once I'm done doing that, I'm going to hit stop the server. Okay, so there is, we can also connect to an individual folder. So there is how you can use Calibre, manage all of your ebooks, find new ebooks, and spread them across your various devices without having to download Amazon's app and subject yourself to all of their crazy tracking. So I hope that this has been very helpful for you. And I'm still in the process of learning all about Calibre. Like, I just picked this up, about a week or so ago, because it's like I came to this conclusion. I'm like, I'm managing all my movies, I'm managing all my music, I'm managing all these other things. Why don't I manage my books? Because I like books more than I like movies and music. So, and this gives me a good way to open source method manage all my books. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.